G'day guys, welcome to what's soon going to be Elite Crazyhouse Arena number 31. It's about 12 minutes to go. I'm just going to open up the window if I can find it. It's not on the main page anymore. I'm not sure what happened to it. Here it is. So starting in about 10 minutes. I thought I might catch a few of the games from the titled arena that's currently going on. There's also about 10 minutes to go in that. So the Elite arena is going to start as soon as that finishes. You can see here, that's World Champion Magnus Carlsen on the top with 135. I might check out a couple of his games. He's playing Penguin at the moment. Penguin White. Let's see. I think Penguin's coming top 5, third place. Yeah, he's only a few points behind second. He's just lost one, so he's not on a streak anymore. Yeah, I saw Penguin's first game against Magnus. It was about an hour and 40 minutes ago when I woke up. I couldn't get back to sleep, so it's about 7:50 in the morning Australian time at the moment. But Penguin beat Magnus in their first game. He seems to be not doing too good here against the queenside pawns. 2 passed pawns should comfortably win for black. Okay, so the action's fast and furious in this titled arena. They just go pretty much straight from one game to another without much break. Magnus playing again. Usually appears in these top games as soon as he starts. I wonder if we'll see some unusual openings. We've got a birds, F4. GM retired is Magnus's opponent. I'm not sure who this guy is, but he seems to have missed this move, D6, blundering a piece, and resigns already. Wow. Too easy. So let's check out Magnus's record. He's only lost 2 games in the last 20 or so. Massive performance rating, 3100. He's on again, never enough. Not sure who this guy is either. Yeah, information isn't coming up. Maybe the server's a bit overloaded, or it's just coming from my end. So we've got about 8 minutes to go. Oh, Magnus is white again. Let's see how he's going. So he's didn't notice he sacked a queen already. What's this? That's something you do in Crazyhouse. Wouldn't expect this in chess, but it's quite surprising when you play the engine. Sometimes a queen up, it's quite difficult to defeat if it has 1 or 2 pieces for the queen. It just holds on as long as possible. I guess Magnus is trying to make it as difficult as possible for his opponent, but I think these queenside pawns again are going to make it. They're going to be decisive for black. He seems to win a piece here. Trapping the bishop. What's he got? He's just building a wall of pawns around his king. Still white has nothing. There should be something along the e-file here. That's a good move. Rook, I know, rook can't defend. He found a way out with a check. This piece is all tied up over here. There must be something. G4, rook h2 coming? No, he has to sack another piece. That should be it. Just sack the queen for the knight. Come on, take his last pawn. Yeah, that's it. 1 second, it may not be enough. Whew, 0.07. Alright, he did it, just like James Bond. 007. Okay. I mean, obviously with 5 minutes to go, Magnus is going to take it out very comfortably. I am Mutt Pro, obviously a pro bullet player. 1-1, looks like he's had a couple of draws in a row. Are they draws? Don't see too many of these in Crazyhouse. No, profile pages are disabled. Well, let's try and load up 1 or 2 more games before the Crazyhouse begins. Yeah, it's one of these end games where it's very difficult to make progress for both sides. Magnus will need to use a bit of magic here, which he's very famous for. The knights both have a beautiful outpost. Maybe there's a rook a2. He missed. Oh no, it's check. Can't do that. Try and set up rook a2. King b6 or something. King b5. Here we go. Rook a2. I wonder if a pass pawn is enough to win. He's banking on his b pawn. It's enough for a draw, but now he's going for it. Not sure that he's going to avoid these knight checks though. Looks like white is doing okay. It should be at least enough to draw. What if he just keeps pushing this g pawn all the way down? Okay, Magnus resigns. O'Grilla. Where's O'Grilla on the standings? 7th place. So this is one of the, is it monthly? I think they're monthly titled arenas with $500 first prize, which Magnus usually donates back to Lead Chess, or he has in the past. And he's won most of these events. Prizes for the top 5 players. So Penguin has just taken over 2nd place. Is he playing at the moment? He's playing against Norwegian Lars O. Let's see. Something you find in Crazyhouse, just dangling a knight here, hoping that black will take it, open the H file. Finally trades it. Still got another knight very well placed. Hoping to keep this dark square wedge and outpost on d6. Yeah, looks like white's minor pieces are dominating here. Controlling the c file as well. He'd probably just double. Alright, black is throwing everything into the attack, but the... Oh no, you won't even have time to check. Knight g5, rook f7, queen b5. Oh, was it rook takes bishop first? No, that didn't quite work. That's good enough, queen b5. Okay, that puts Penguin 2nd place in even less doubt. 2 minutes to go. I don't think he'll be caught for 2nd place. So maybe his last game. Where are we up to? Hasn't started yet, but he's on fire. I mean, one win will seal it. Mutt Pro is not on a streak. I think this is Naroditsky coming in 4th place. He's playing at the moment. He might overtake. He's just won. He's only 2 points behind. So it will be a tight finish. Let's check out Zhigalko and Penguin. So it's not clear yet whether Penguin needs to win this for 2nd place. Yeah, really Probably depends on this game too. I'm not sure whether Naroditsky study. Oh, here he goes. Maybe check out this one as well. Berserking, so they might finish in 1 minute and 5 seconds. So keep an eye on this one too. So another knight and rook endgame. I guess Penguin's trying to provoke b3. Claim it's a little weakness, but there's not really a lot to play for. Galco's not buying it. This knight's very well placed on d4. No, he wants to come and protect c5 so he can free the rook. Weakness on b3. He should be winning for black, you would think. Uh-oh, looks like the crazy house is about to start. Yeah, this game's not going to finish, so it looks like Penguin will take second place. Alright, so we're jumping straight into the Crazy House, chess and gambling. I have not played this opponent before. I'm just checking, see if the stream is running. Okay, so this is a 3+0 event. I've only streamed one of these before and it was 3+2. So I just got to make sure I play a little bit faster in the opening and don't talk so much in the critical moments. Maybe knight d5 is an idea. I'm just worried about queen h5, check g6, queen h6. Is it really such a problem? I don't think so. I think it's okay. Knight e2 I'm expecting. Probably just castle. Should I take this first? No, just castle. Yeah, I suppose it doesn't make sense to play knight d5 if I'm not going to trade here. I don't want to let him trade on d5, so I think I should do it. Maybe knight at e4? Having second thoughts about knight e4. Okay, I'll do it. So the bishop will be helpful to attack the light squares. Maybe stick something on f3 a bit later. So I want diagonal pieces here. By the way, I'm attacking c3, but I want some diagonal pieces if he captures on d3. Doesn't he? Defends and probably going to play c4 next. So maybe d6, maybe knight c6. Probably just bring the knight back. Oh no, he's going for f3. So it's a good time to take this. It lets his knight come forwards. I don't think so. Now this is an interesting move. I don't know what to say about this move. It's apart from that, it's a piece sack, and I like sacking stuff at random. Really do have to keep a better eye on the time than I usually do. So we end up in a funny kind of stone wall position. And I'm going for this massive light square complex. So I'm hoping he takes me lots of times. I don't want to take with the d pawn because bishop c4 check. Probably the f pawn and then pawn h3. So if he leaves it there, yeah. I mean, I could try knight b4. But then he's going to take on d5. I don't think there's anything wrong with taking once and then pawn at d5. Okay. Is trading there really a problem? Maybe queen e7. Just want to keep c7 guarded. Alright, gotta get a move in. Maybe pawn at g5 coming next. Knight h5 is another idea. Yep. Alright, my turn to defend. But Both got bishops on funny squares. Pawn at g5 I want to play next. Bishop a6 could be a good idea too. Pawn here I don't think it's going anywhere. Alright, he gets in first. Knight h5. Take that. Now I think I can take with the f pawn, open up the bishop. Alright, here we go. Take with the knight, say, no, he's still going to play pawn at f6. Take with the queen. Pawn at h6, queen back to e7. Very dangerous. Don't like this so much. Can I leave it there? Probably not. We have to do it this way. But pawn f... oh no. Maybe pawn at f7. What does he want? Not quite sure. I want to take this one next. So take there. Just stick it back on f3. Still pawn f6 is a little concerning, but I do have rook takes or knight takes. Alright, I think I'm doing okay, but not entirely sure. Okay, I want to play knight h3. Maybe even leave the rook and go for pawn at f3. So take the rook. Yeah, take the rook first and then the knight. Pawn at g2 threatened. Alright, here we go. Pawn at g2 should be an easy finish. Checkmate. Didn't even realize he didn't have a blocker. Okay, who do we have who's actually here? Opperweisen is playing. So welcome Opper. Not sure if my chatty program is working. I know there's an update available, but now it says that I'm streaming, but it usually mentions it somewhere here. It does say on the main page still. I'll just refresh that. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's working. Maybe people are busy watching the Penguin or one of the other Grandmaster streams. The finisher has pulled out. It's quite late for him because he's GMT +3, I think, which means it's probably a little bit after midnight Saturday evening. Do we have Y Scorpion? Yes, he's playing. Strong Israeli player. He's also extremely fast. Anjun Nakamura, I have some tough battles against him. A good score, but yeah, he's posed me a lot of problems in the last 5 or 10 games. Taylor Eternity, he's... what? I thought I've played him a few times. It doesn't show a record against him. Not sure whether he has another account. Could have sworn I played him somewhere. Antic. Okay, Mathis. What do I want to play against him? Maybe something funny. Yeah, I'm really not in the berserking mood today, so I'm going to go for a6 and d5. So a real gambit. No, he doesn't want to. I'm going to go knight h6. So here, because of the exchange, I don't want to allow bishop takes and knight at f6, so I don't want to play e6. Now it's okay to play e6. I haven't brought the bishop out to f5, which I would normally do. It's just a different way to play. So I'm going to go for g6. This is very unusual. But it was either g6 or e6, and I'm just trying to find new ways to play. So it's either h5, or I can leave it there and let him play h5. Taking here is very tempting, and then bishop at... I'm going to go with this and bishop at g3. Bishop h6 is the obvious move. Okay, is the bishop going to get stuck here though? Maybe there's some way for him to trap it. I'm looking at bishop takes in d4. This does look good. So lots of avenues to open up the d file, open up the diagonal. Okay, he doesn't have enough for a queen sack. So looks okay at the moment. Now do I take the pawn or the knight? Probably the knight. Yeah, because there's only one threat now, queen takes f7. Can I just play safe and put a pawn on e6? Looks okay. Any other tricky options? Maybe bishop f5 is also an idea. Because I want to put a pawn on e4 next. Maybe even a knight on e4. Just to block out this defense here. I think there's nothing wrong with pawn at e6 as well. Okay, this is a bit crazy. What's going on? b5 is an option. Pawn at e6 would be simple. I'm going to go with this one. Oh, okay. He can't take this. What's he playing at? I just want to go bishop d5 next. So maybe he's just forgotten about the pin. Oh, what? It's tricky. But I think I should go all in for the attack. Knight at f5. Is it enough? I'm not sure. Maybe knight at g4, but then I've got... Yeah, that gives me knight f2 at the end if he goes back this way. So he's got to come forwards. f4 is the only move. Now I'm looking at queen at e3, h5. Yeah, that's it. Okay, 2 out of 2. Oppa has retired already after a win. I'm not sure who's actually played in the titled arena, whether Oppa... I didn't see his name. He would usually make the top 10. I mean, Oppa's extremely talented at 1 minute chess bullet. Also 1 minute Crazyhouse, of course. But I didn't see his name. Not sure whether he played or not in the titled arena. So I'm not sure whether more people are joining. That's a pretty small field so far, so get in here if you're watching. 21 players. Maybe people are just in a chess mood after the titled arena. Yeah, I got a massive viewing here on Leechess. I mean, there was something like 2,300 players following Magnus Carlsen's games. So we have an NM. I wonder if this NM has even played Crazyhouse. How many games? I can't tell. From Indonesia. He's played so many variants, Crazyhouse doesn't even show. Alright, so pawn at e5. Do I want to go knight f5, stick a pawn on d6? Or just take here? Take here would be the obvious approach and go pawn at g5. If I was black, I'd probably just sack the knight for the pawn. Otherwise, you got to go back. Bishop c4 coming next. Alright, now d6 is a gaping hole. Do I want to stick the knight there straight away, or... yeah, then e5 is weak. I think it's a good idea. Not sure how he's going to cover this. With two knights, maybe knight at h4. No, I can pick it off. Alright, how's he going to cover this? I'm hoping for f6. Okay. Also hoping for g6. Alright. Yeah, the problem is he can't do much with the queen in hand. And I can do some damage with a knight. Just looking for a force mate, but if I go knight here, you can run out this way. Knight f5 is tricky, takes. Doesn't quite cut him off from where I need to though. The other move is rook at f7. I think this is much more convincing because it sets up so many checkmating patterns. He's found an escape. I'm not sure whether it's a real escape though. Yeah, just take the queen. Now's a good time to play this because I've got queen f6 to follow. Yeah. So I have a chatty program where it says, oh hang on, it says not connected. Oops. I should actually connect to my own channel, shouldn't I? Then I might be able to see if anyone's chatting. You have joined Magua Crazyhouse. Channel info. Now 19 viewers, but it's still not showing them. Oh. Well, now that I think I'm connected to my own channel, you can say hi if you're in the chat. I might be able to see you, hopefully. Alright, bishop e7, what do I want to play here? I'm going to try something a bit different that I don't normally do. Because I think black is often quite comfortable in this sort of position. I'm going to go for an early attack with knight g5. And I think the main move is knight d4, bishop e3. There's quite a few different ways to play for both sides. c6, okay, I'm not familiar with this, so I think the normal move is queen e8, and here I'm just going to trade everything. I'm not going to think too much, I'm just going to trade everything. Could play knight at g5 or take straight away, maybe even pawn at e6 to cut off the bishop. I'm just going to go for it. Again, not think too much. Okay, he's running this way. It is a good idea because d7, c7 will be safe. So pawn f7, king e7. Can I do anything with the rook? Not really. Could stick it on h8, but that doesn't do a lot either. Another idea is to go pawn at e6. It's about the best I can think of right now. So I really desperately need a diagonal piece in hand for f7. Now does he have time to attack the knight, something like bishop at f4? Yeah, I would literally sack everything for a knight, for a pawn in that case, but I don't even see a good way to get a pawn without allowing bishop takes e6. So I'm looking at something like bishop here, knight takes bishop at e6. Yeah, this is another way just to defend f7 directly. Okay, has my opening been a total failure? Rook at h8. So now I just want to take here and go bishop at f7. I'm assuming he's going to defend the square f7 again. I think he does need to. So the idea of this opening is just not to allow any counterattack against the white king and throw everything I have into the attack. If it fails, then, well, then I'll be very sad and be a few pieces down for nothing, but hopefully this is going to get somewhere. The rook takes bishop threatened. And bishop at f7. So this is a good move because otherwise I can sack the queen on h5. Okay, so take, bishop at f7, take there, pawn takes, I can promote. Looks alright, I don't see anything better at this moment. Maybe queen f3 and sack the queen, and then take the bishop here. Maybe knight d5 is an idea to get this light square pawn domination. Knight f7 gets nowhere. So go back to look at taking at this, and then bishop at f7. So I ended up taking on g6. Take there. I have a bishop in hand. Yeah, there are some mating threats, so I think it's a good idea to go this way. Got to make sure I watch out for bishop takes knight, because I can't allow this. That will just kill off any attack, any hope of an attack. So there's a couple of different moves, but this is, yeah, the most critical, because he's actually threatening bishop takes knight. I don't think bishop g6 is any good, because the bishop doesn't do that much. Maybe bishop takes knight. Not liking that so much either after bishop g5. Alright, time. Yeah, I'm stuck for an idea. Yeah, right, I'm going to go this way, although it doesn't really lead to much. Queen f3 is more of a defensive move against some kind of knight h3 attacks later on. But yeah, I don't have much. I didn't think he would do this. It seems like a blunder. He can't take with a queen. Maybe knight takes is his idea. Alright, what do I have? Feels like I should have something, but maybe this. I'm not sure whether knight h3 is a mate. Take there, knight f3, king h1. I think he's missing a pawn. Ah, I just gave him one. Oh dear. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, unfortunately. Knight h3 is mating. Yeah, and again, I've forgotten I've got no increment. Yeah, this attack completely failed. Oh well. Yeah, okay, well done, Blunderman. He survived. Probably it was a mistake to just trade everything, because when you play c6, yeah, it does make it easier to... Oh, he says he has no idea how he's mating. So when I played pawn at e7, that's actually the piece you needed to mate. So knight at h3, g takes, knight at f3, king h1, pawn at g2, and then knight h4, queen at g2. So you needed the pawn to mate, and unfortunately I just gave it to you on a silver platter. And I had to defend after that. Okay, 4 knights. Bishop e7, I assume he's going to sack. He always sacks on me. No! He's going to play the same opening I just did. Okay, early knight d5. So I can either trade or just ignore it and go d6. Alright, I'm going to trade and then replace, or d6. Take. Yeah, he can grab a pawn here if he really wants to. No, he doesn't want. Okay. h4, right. Very aggressive. But it's what we like to see in Crazyhouse. Maybe knight h5. Just to help cover. So g7 is quite sensitive here. Now he's going for a light square attack. Alright, so what happens after bishop takes? Bishop takes, not really what I want. Could defend with queen e8 perhaps. Sticking the knight on f4. I don't want to trade too many pieces just yet. Yeah, and h6 is something I definitely don't want to do. Maybe just queen e8. And then take it twice. King h8 may be useful too. Alright. What? Ah, yeah, I see. Yeah, not much choice. I don't want to open the H file, but probably got to take this and then take on C1. Yeah, I don't see anything else. I mean, something like F5 is, yeah, just not working. I've got to take the bishop. Let him grab the knight and then just block. Now the question is, can I put a piece on and it allows rook c1, and then I really need a pawn in hand for d2. I'm so low on time. Don't really like where this is going after knight at g5 though. Okay. He wants to sack a queen. He wants to sack a queen. And I can't exactly do a lot to stop him. Knight at g8. Okay. So I'm looking at pawn takes knight at f4. No, he does want a knight in hand. It's a good move. Maybe bishop f7, yeah. Yeah, this is not looking good. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't make a threat. So I've got to take that and then run back. And then he... Ah, yeah, okay. I didn't see that. I was probably dead anyway. I'm not really sure what the first mistake though. Allowing knight takes h7 maybe, and then knight g5. So maybe knight h5 was wrong, but pretty hard to tell exactly what went wrong. Maybe I had a better way to block out the a2 g8 diagonal. Yeah, not sure. Alright, gonna go d4 d5 this time. Bishop g4. Try and play the opening a little bit faster in this game. Take here. Maybe delay castling. Wait till he castles first. Bishop at a5 perhaps. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go for a weakness on c3. He probably should go f3. No, he's gonna allow this. You don't really get a lot with either side in this opening. But it seems like trades will favour black here because I'm the one attacking with tempo, so take the bishop at c4. Alright, now the threat is knight at e2 mating. Mate in 3. And he's allowed it. Alright, Bugfish. It's my first game against Bugfish. And I think I recognise him also from somewhere, but doesn't show any record on Lichess. Okay, Y Scorpion did lose against someone, Rikastrov, but he's on a big streak. So I think I've got 3 more games so far than in the last arena that I was streaming a few weeks ago. That was 3+2. My games tended to be quite a bit slower. I think I only got through about 12 games in the whole 2 hours. Alright, so many options here for black, where to put the bishop. Okay. I just guess he's just going to castle that pawn on h6. No, he's going this way, right. So I'm looking for opportunities to play. Yeah, I could have taken on c6 and gone pawn at e5 last move. Maybe it was better. Not sure whether to take on d5 or take on e4 swap queens. They both look good for white. Taking here might allow something like pawn at e6, and then I'll probably have to sack because I don't want a queen trade in that case. Queen d5 is another option. So then what happens? Take, take. Threatening knight c7. Yeah, it just seems like this is a more simple way to build up an initiative with checks. So every move is going to be a check. I'm also looking at queen at g5 and queen takes g7. But no, I'll go this way just so I get more checks. Less to calculate if I check on every move. So rook d1. Pretty obvious next move. And then I'll either consider pawn at d6 or perhaps just trading the knight on c6 and taking immediately if I want to go more directly. Okay, so pawn at d6 is looking really strong. I don't see a good defense. I mean, queen at b4 is just answered with knight at c3. I can't see any other way into my king. So it's pretty hard to find a move for black here. So I don't think bishop d6 and knight c6 combine well together. Because it feels like I'm just a couple of tempi up in the opening already. And if I'm trading queens and get 2 checks in a row after that, then I'm developing with tempo, I'm protecting the king at the same time. Got so much space for my pieces. I could possibly bishop at, or no, it's more simple just to take first. Knight at c3. I guess he's going to sack a queen on d6. It's about the only defense that I can see. Yeah, otherwise bishop e7 is going to be made in 3. Yeah, okay. Suppose this will hold on for a little while too. Pawn takes, queen takes, pawn at d6 looks good. Pawn at d6 straight away. Is there a forced mate? I need a rook. Yeah, I actually like doing it this way. So speaking about a rook, I'm actually also cutting off all the squares here. If he allows queen to f8, that's the idea. Then pawn here is going to mate. Yeah. Okay, so if I'm black again against white scorpion, I've got to think of something better. It's pretty hard to think when you can't see the board anymore. So yeah, in that game he didn't castle and I went bishop g4 as a response to h4. Don't know, I really have to think about that one. Not so easy when you're distracted. Bishop f4 or castle, probably just castle. e5, bishop b5, knight takes. Probably end up swapping on c6. And sticking your knight back on f5, that's what often happens. Ah, another opponent I haven't played before. Okay, now this time he's allowing me to take a pawn. I'm just not sure whether I really want it and which way to go first. So take. Maybe I can then play knight at f5 first. So just trying to provoke rook. Ah, alright, he's taking with a pawn. Okay. Very aggressive. So I certainly don't want to take and trade queens. What else can I do? Take and not trade queens. Knight takes, queen takes. Bishop at f3. Yeah. Yeah, probably knight takes. I've got bishop at f3 to cover. If he goes queen takes, I'm not sure whether I want to trade and then take here because... okay. Probably exchange and then pawn at d7. Because I certainly don't want to trade queens right now. Right, so he's building up a bit of an army here, so I've got to be very careful. Down on time. So I think I don't want to take on g2 because stuff like pawn at f3 is really annoying. Maybe just rook e1 and allow knight at h3, king takes. Oh, this will be exciting. Okay, so I don't have any... Oh, what? I do have knight at c5. Has he really allowed knight at c5? Okay, let's work it out. King e7. Knight at f5 then looks good. King e8. Queen there, king f8. Knight here, king g8. Doesn't look too good. Probably start here because at least I have a bailout defense if I need it with bishop g2. Now if he gets bishop at e6, I'm thinking about taking once, and that gives me more access to the 7th rank, and also I'll have some knight takes e6 in future, which I think is quite essential if I want to force a mate. Alright, so this way I was intending knight at f5, and he can't go that way because of knight at d7. Looks like he's got to allow some drop. Maybe king d8? No? Okay, so knight at c5. How's he answering knight at c5? I'm not sure. Maybe now he goes king f8. This is tricky. So queen there, take. I don't think I quite have enough pieces. What else? Queen at c8, of course, is always an option. Yeah, try and make him waste one of his attacking pieces. Alright. I was thinking now just take on g2, but maybe this isn't so good after all. Yeah, this isn't so good. So I can take on f1 if he wants. I don't think I did this the right way. Oh, now I get a queen. Maybe that makes a difference. I'm hoping it does. What is the best way to go about this? Queen there, knight at d6 or knight takes g7? Knight at d6. Or knight 2d6. Knight 2d6 takes. Knight at c7, king e7, queen d7. Or knight at c7, king f8. Yeah, I'm still not quite seeing mate. I think I stuffed it. I might have to go bishop g2. That would be rather sad. 6 seconds. Alright, let's just get a move on, eh? Rook takes. Oh, he's allowed this one. It's unfortunate. Rook takes had to be played, but then I wasn't quite sure whether to go queen takes d8 or knight e7. Yeah, it wasn't the best attack. It wasn't the best attack. Probably should not have started with queen at c8. Maybe even just take the pawn back on g2 and then try and hold the pawn on d7 as long as I can. I don't know. I think I missed a fair bit in that game. Alright. Why Scorpion's still on a streak? Okay, so Blunderman, I wonder if he wants to try the same opening I did and show me a better way to do it. Did I have queen takes f7? Maybe I did, yeah. I don't know. I'm just confused at the moment. What do we do here? d5? So giving the opponent 3 choices which way to take. Okay, so this one, not really sure where the best knight drop is, or whether to go pawn at h3 first. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling like knight f5 is the move, but I'm really not sure. Bishop back, okay. Knight at f5 or knight at b4 is also another option. Just hitting in 2 places at once. Now the bishop's no longer on c4. A simple approach was just to take and go pawn at h3, which probably would have been better. Yeah, Juice Bold, how many accounts do you have? Is this a new one? New accounts popping all over the place. Knight takes, I suppose. I just want to trade everything. Yeah, I don't really want to allow this opening up everything unless I can answer knight takes c2, but still don't really see anything with a king on d2. It's looking a bit exposed, but can I find something better? Maybe bishop f5. Pawn somewhere here, I guess. Right, so I'm assuming I should just take on c3. Anything else? I don't see any other reasonable moves. Maybe pawn takes g2 and then start dumping pawns back on the board, but I'm going to go for this one. So I'm hoping this turns out a little bit better than the previous line, because if his king is ever on this diagonal, I can take it with check. I'm not sure if that means anything, because it's not that easy to force him to take the knight. Maybe I can go rook d8. Yeah, I'm not really sure whether I should be enticing him to take a free piece, but I'm hoping I can build some attack on the light squares. I also have pawn g2. My king is quite safe, so I think this is the way to go. Having second thoughts, because if I take the bishop on g2, his king is then a lot safer than it would be otherwise. So now I'm considering pawn at c4. So coming in this way, I'm assuming he's going to check somewhere. But I could just go queen at c6 and take with the pawn blocks any checks. If I take with the bishop, it's allowing d takes c4. In that case, I guess rook takes rook is still good. Alright, now we are in. Alright, I'm just going to play the obvious moves. Keep checking. Stumble into a mate. That's the general plan. Yeah, I'm going to have a rook takes d1 in the end with check. Not sure whether pawn here makes a difference. King b1. Yeah, it's mate either way. Alright, what do we have? The finisher has joined, he's on 5 out of 5. I haven't seen the finisher's rating so high, so he must be in very good form. I know he won at least 3 games in a row the other day against John Lee. That might have been in the last Elite Crazyhouse last week. Last Saturday night, European time. But yeah, 2650 means he's what, top 5 at least on the server. I'm about back to where I started, having only lost 2 games out of 9. Yeah, performance 24 something. Okay, come on, next game. Do I open up a new tab? Where is the tournament? I think it was up the top. Come on, new pairing. 32 players, there should be someone free. Die Blau Zhao has joined. Old schooler from Fix. Alright. Chess and gambling, I think this was my first opponent today. I'm going to try this gambit if he takes on d4. It's a pretty good opening to build initiative in Bughouse. If you just ask for lots of trades, then you can quickly mount an attack on c7. Here, not sure if I want to trade queens just yet. Maybe bishop at b5 first. So main threat pawn at d5. You could probably play e6. Then, yeah, my opening doesn't look like too much of a success right now. Bishop takes, pawn takes, knight at e5 we're looking at. Okay, queen takes is an option, threatening g2. And now, suppose just knight f3, and the idea is to attack the queen with tempo as much as possible. So pawn at d5. Pawn takes, queen takes, knight takes, queen at a5. Queen at d2. Queen takes, knight takes. Still not so convinced with that. Maybe knight d4 first? Yeah, knight d4 first. Okay, so playing a gambit, I've really got to be very active in attack because he's just going to build a wall of pawns and yeah, try and keep me out as long as possible. c3, I do really want to attack this bishop, but at the same time I don't want to waste a pawn. Alright. Maybe he'll take and go pawn at c5, but then no. Okay. So looking to come in on the square c6. I don't mind even sacking a bishop just to get in there somehow. I don't think bishop here does anything because of pawn e6. Trying to take advantage of his slow development on the king side. But yeah, I'm just going to throw everything into the attack. I think it's justified because of the lead in development. So I'm down a whole bishop, but he's got some problems on the light squares here. Yeah, give the queen. Certainly a reasonable option. So maybe even take the pawn and then pawn at c6. No, I don't get enough. Alright, I'll have to be satisfied with the queen. Knight at g5 maybe. Trying to come in on the light squares. I certainly don't have much going on the dark squares. I was hoping for this because now I get pawn e6. Probably, maybe it doesn't make much of a difference, but this keeps an eye on f7 as well in case it's useful. Okay, so which knight do I attack? Maybe just pawn at c4. Knight e3. Pawn at e4. Oh, come on. Just keep forgetting about the time. Queen d8 I'm trying to set up, but doesn't quite work. Take here, knight c7. Yeah, I don't really want to take with the f pawn because then bishop h4. Alright, I really got to get a motor on. Probably just go pawn at f7 to block out this bishop. Maybe knight at d5? Alright, so this is the piece I have to destroy. The other idea is to go bishop b6 and come in this way. Oh, what? Why didn't I see that? Queen b7 or queen e5? They both look good. Queen b7 or queen b5? Or just pawn c7 if he takes. Yeah, that's simpler. Right, now I can certainly take this one. Pawn d2, no. This one, threatening queen at e8. What? Too many knights. I have way too many knights. Bishop takes here. Yeah, and pawn at b6. Okay. Good finish. Did well to... okay. Well, let's try this opening again. It worked well in game 1. Yeah, to keep the initiative was important. I'm going to go for bishop f5, something a bit different. So, different to game 1, I'm going to take. Now there's a little bit of a weakness on d4, which I'm going to try and exploit if I can. I guess he's going to play f3 next. So do I go e6? Alright. I'm assuming bishop at g5. Just not quite sure whether to put the bishop yet on a light square or a dark square. Yeah, bishop g5 is certainly going to come at some point. No, okay. He's not going for that at all. Interesting. So perhaps... Wow, this is very unexpected play. Can't play g3, so... Yeah, something similar happened last time with a check, didn't it? Where he had to move his king early. I mean, maybe... Oh, he doesn't want to play knight g3 either, so... I'm assuming he's going to go king f1. Okay. Now, we got something tricky, like bishop at f3. Perhaps this is just much more sensible. Going for knight takes d4. Okay, good move. Maybe just trying to exchange this defender on e2. If If I can take a couple of times, maybe I can grab the pawn on f4. Yeah, it's good with the knight on c6. There's nothing to worry about in the form of checks. So queen's defended. I don't have to take it right away. Maybe just take your knight c2. Yeah, this is a multi-fork if he takes with the pawn on knight. Okay, again, this knight is very useful to stop any checks on a4. Oh, I can take e3 check. It's also good not to take e3, but don't see why not. Probably just take d4 next, unless there's something better. It's this piece I want to get rid of. But no, this is surely good. Okay, queen at a4, knight c6. Bishop there, then probably bishop c6. Yeah. Maybe his idea is to go king takes. It's possible. I'm not even sure what I do. Probably just grab the bishop on a4 and stick it back somewhere. How's this? Hey, the fuchsia. Oh yeah, what's that? What was that, a pawn? I can go queen at e2, but then he's surviving with king takes knight. Okay, knight f5 is also possible. Which piece do I need? Yeah, this is going to be good to block out the bishop in case I want to take like this. So that's the main idea of knight hf5 check. Right, so here just, oh no, I can't do that. Queen at e2 looks good. Yep, so there's queen b2 if he goes this way. Yeah, I'm going to take something with check at some point. Yeah, that's it, good enough. Alright, let's go back to e4, e5. Queen h5, no. What did Blunderman try? Knight c3 and d4. Okay. So, I mean, two main approaches to either play a very open game like this and do lots of trades, or just to play quietly with d3 and castles. Or actually, you can also go h4 like Y Scorpion is quite successful in the first game. In Bughouse, you'd probably answer that with knight g4, and then sacking on f2 because h2, h4 slightly weakens the dark squares. Okay, so what do we have here? It's pawn at g4, or pawn at b4, bishop b4, pawn at e4, knight at e5, so many ideas. I want to at least make sure I have some initiative if he's grabbing the pawn back on g2. Okay, c6, take. Just got to make sure that I don't get mated. Yeah, I'm going to be risky and play c6. I'm not really sure whether it's the best. I mean, I can trade queens first. I can initiate the trade, but the problem is he's going to have a knight at c7 check at the end. Maybe it's best just to go this way. And I don't want to take with the bishop because that allows knight at d6. Although maybe that's not so terrible. Yeah, I mean, the main idea here is that he doesn't have any knight drops on d5 or b5 just yet, and I'm threatening knight f3. So I have a feeling like this is actually quite unsafe and I'm not doing the right thing at all, but I'll have to make him prove it. Alright, I mean I can ignore that, but it allows some tricks like knight to d6, which I don't think I need to allow. Yeah, this is the main concern, because now the king side is completely open, but I do have the squares at the back covered, which means I think I can actually do this move and get away with it and just come back, but I'm not 100% sure. Knight b5, king d7, queen there, king e8. He has another knight in hand. Ah, I see. Okay. Ah, he's got queen out and take this one with check. That's going to be a problem. I'm not sure if I could have avoided that though. Take here. And the main thing is not to get mated. But because I've moved the king, I can't castle, which I really need to right now after queen takes rook. Yeah. Certainly could have played this more accurately. Maybe I got to go for knight takes and knight at f3 if possible. You can bring the queen back this way though. Cover f3, that's the main point of exchanging a knight, which doesn't seem like such a great idea now. Okay, king e8. Yep, so he doesn't allow the knight exchange anyway. Does he have any threats? Gotta watch out for something sneaky on e8. Probably pawn h6 is the main threat, so I wonder if I can even allow him to have two heavies and go queen at h1 because... Oh no, queen here, maybe an idea. But then he's going to come in with pawn h6. Try and work this out. Is pawn at h6 really deadly? Yeah, it's not good to allow, but I'm hoping for pawn at e3. Haha. It's probably not going to happen. Yep. Okay, at least he's dumped a piece. You can't use it anymore. Right, gonna go full on risk mode. Ah, didn't see that one coming. Yeah, I'm just resorting to random moves at the moment. Bit lucky to get away with the win on time, but seems like at least I wasn't immediately getting mated. That's the main thing. Okay, Saturus, another very strong player. Look at this, 2650. Don't have many games against Saturus on the record. So I had one game before with bishop d6. d4, okay, I would usually answer this with bishop c4. There is some pawn at d5 move, or pawn at e6 is a bit safer. I wonder how adventurous he's going to be. Alright, let's go full on into the attack. Queen h5 coming. Bit like a fried liver without knight takes f7, where I've already sacked a piece. Maybe I can find some way to sack two pieces. Okay, pawn f5 is the obvious move here. I wonder if there's anything else sneaky. Or just pawn f5. Knight f6, I'm assuming. I will most certainly not hesitate in sacking a queen. game is to find the best way to sack a queen. Knight f4, yeah, I mean, assuming he's not going to take on g2 if I go here. He can if he wants. No, okay. So, I have an option to play pawn at d7. And that does help to block out the queen, so I'm going to go with this one. So I've got to decide then which piece to take. And again, I'm not sure that I'm getting enough if pawn takes knight, so this one allows knight takes check. Yeah, maybe I'm really not getting enough here. Alright, have another think. I certainly don't want to allow knight takes e5 under any circumstance. He's got a lot of blockers if I check on the dark square with the bishop. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. This is the riskier approach because I'm not getting a lot of material. I'm just hoping I'm going to have something after knight takes e5. I haven't quite worked it out. Something in the form of knight at f5, but then I just noticed king f6. Yeah, knight at g8, king d6. Just not quite getting enough here. Got to worry about stuff like knight at d3 coming. Pawn at f6 to start, maybe? Yeah, this is a bit desperate. Assuming he's going to go king d6. I'm still not quite sure. Okay, this way. Yeah. Does have a lot of pieces in hand. The most concerning move is knight at d3. Take king d1 or something and knight f2, so I'm trying to cover that. The problem is I can't do my trick now with bishop takes and knight at e6 because I don't have f2 covered anymore, which yeah is a major problem. Yeah, but I don't really see anything else. This isn't quite working. Yeah, that's a good move. Yeah, okay, I've lost. Let him finish it off. Probably not necessary, just take on f2. No need to be too fancy. Pawn at e2. Knight at f4. Yeah. Yeah, well, it didn't quite work. Maybe just pawn takes d7 check was better. Grab the queen back on d7. Okay, the finisher. Have I played him yet today? Don't think I have. Right, I wonder if he's going to be greedy and grab 2 pawns. Alright, here we go. This is a fun line. Oh no, I meant to play bishop e5. Oh well. It's not so fun anymore. I think bishop b5 just surrounds the queen a little bit more, in some cases threatens pawn at d5. But if I can bluff my way through this, I can pretend it was intentional. But no, certainly not. Now I'm wishing my bishop was outside the pawn chain. I mean the knight. A3, queen takes, rook b1. Yeah, really not getting much in that case. A3, queen takes, knight b5, still can't do it. Shall I throw everything into the fire? There's also rook a2, is that playable? Rook a2? So knight b5 check. Something like queen d2. There's knight d5 also possible here. Knight d5 or rook a2. Can't decide. I guess he's gonna just sack the queen and bring the knight out of play. Yeah, going for this was another option. Bit more active. Potato King says, hello fella Aussie. Yeah, I thought I pre-moved that. No. Potato King 4000. Good morning, it's a Sunday morning here in Sydney. I need a knight on b5. Maybe I should trade, but I don't want to open up the king too much just yet. This knight back to c3. So yeah, of course I'm trying for this. It's funny to see all the pawns still on the 7th row and nothing developed. I didn't realize I'm in the lead. I don't think I deserve it. Been losing too many games already. Knight b5. There's no bishop check here. He doesn't have bishop in hand, which would be a common defense. Maybe king d8. Then I want a knight for g5. How do I get another knight for g5? Pawn d6. Take. Rook at b1 check. I don't want to have to block with a new knight that I just worked so hard to extract. I have a feeling like I should have moved this knight earlier. Take, or... He's going all out for the attack. After pawn takes bishop. Probably I should clear some space around my own king. I'm also looking at bishop g5. Yeah, that's an idea. To stop knight takes pawn. Yeah, but then I really wanted the knight on g5 to pressure f7. Sometimes happens in the Mora Gambit where you get to play knight b5 and knight f5 in normal chess. Yeah, the knight really doesn't belong on e2 here. Dear, oh dear, this is a very, very unusual position. He would like to play pawn on e3, I just don't quite see how it's working just at the moment. Maybe I can take twice as a knight g4, then I can drop the queen back and make him go knight f6 again. Okay, should I sack or play d6? Take. Oh no, queen's blocked, can't do that. Take the knight. His defense is quite solid after this, so maybe I should sack first. But I'm just not getting the access to this square that I need. Ah, I have this one. Just noticed that in time. Still after king d7, I don't quite see checkmate, but this one, surely. Oh, come on, you can't survive this. No, that's it. Alright, good game, the finisher. It was a bit of an accident that I didn't play bishop b5 in the opening. It turned out okay because black was so passive with the pawns on the 7th rank. And yeah, you tend to get into a mindset after you grabbed a pawn or two that you just have to defend. Maybe it wasn't entirely necessary to defend so passively. Alright, going to go back to this funny move. Knight h6. Of course, you never want to play e6 and weaken the square f6 until you've covered it a little bit more. I'm just going to delay e6 permanently and maybe bring the bishop out to f5 first. Pressure at g2. Ideas of playing bishop at e4 and bishop f5. Okay, is he going to swap here and drop the knight somewhere? Not yet. Bishop at e4 looks good. Yeah, still don't want to play e6 for obvious reasons. Another bishop may be useful to provoke bishop takes knight check, but also just looking at the direct bishop takes g2. I'm not quite sure whether I want to follow with rook takes or pawn f3. It's a bit unexpected. Just pawn f3. Yeah, the bishop's not so well placed here, but I'm hoping to get a knight eventually for h3. So this is the piece that I desire. A6 does mean I have to watch out for d7. Maybe rook g4. It's another way to go about knight hunting. Oh yeah, he can do that. I totally forgot because this one's pinned. Maybe it's a good time to play a6 here. He's got this one. Not sure that's so much of a worry. Bishop g7 is another move. Yeah, I shouldn't have allowed this. But I'm going to go sacking the queen. I'm assuming he's going to go here. King e7 just looks too ridiculous. I'm going to sack the queen and make sure I got all the key squares covered. So what to do with the knight? Maybe bishop at b4. I mean, I do really want to play... knight at h3 sometime soon, but I think I should be defending first. Yeah, so like this. Maybe we'll see a check. Knight at g8, pawn at g7, knight at f6. Something like this. I'm not sure whether pawn at e2 goes anywhere. Okay, what's he trying to do? I'm not sure exactly. I'm just gonna try and grab the rook while he doesn't have an immediate threat on me. So after knight takes rook, I don't quite see what I'm threatening. Rook at f1, king d2. Takes queen, rook takes. Where are my pieces? Not really that well placed for an attack. I don't have knight at c4. I need one more move to take on a3 to get anything really decisive. Note the knight covers e2, which will be very useful. I think he should have let me take it and gone with the attack, maybe bishop takes c7 or something. Okay, it's getting a bit crazy. I've lost what's going on. Rook at f1 check, king d2. No, maybe pawn at... There's either knight takes or knight at f3. And dropping a piece on is usually good. Oh, he shouldn't allow me to take that with check. Okay, surely there's got to be a mate here. I'm going to go this way. He doesn't take me, alright. Yeah, okay, should be made in 2 or something. There we go. Yeah, so maybe king d1 earlier? He didn't have to allow me to take the check. Or was there a rook at e1, mate? I'm sure I'm missing something obvious. Okay, d4, f5. I'm waiting for someone to really punish this with a gambit. Something like e4 or knight c3, e4 or g4 or something. But yeah, if you play waiting moves like this, I don't mind so much. Or maybe he wants to play g4 aggressively. Some people just go rook g1 and g4. So 40 minutes to go. Still got a little bit of a lead. I guess he wants to go e4 sometime soon, but that's okay. We'll allow that. Yeah, so take knight at f7 was the main threat. That's a good time to play d6. Knight e4 is also possible. So this is the sort of opening I really like because basically I get everything that I want. So a safe king, the bishop on c8 will be quite useful later in the game. And no real targets, which very often does happen on the Dutch, especially with light squares like e6. So I'm just waiting for him to castle. Then I'll start some sort of attack on the light squares. Alright, probably just knight f6, making use of the undeveloped pieces. Yeah, nothing special, just utilizing every piece that I can, maybe even bishop in the corner. So it's a square clearance for the bishop. Yes, the Fushi, you asked a question before. Knights are worth much more than bishops. It is entirely context dependent because often bishops are useful to defend and attack at the same time, whereas knights are usually better in attack than defense. So I guess he wants a pawn or a knight for g6. Can I just ignore that and go bishop at a8? Maybe bishop at c6 was a more useful move, but we'll try and mount some pressure on the diagonal. And maybe even knight takes c3 and pawn at g4 if I can be so bold. Or maybe not yet. e5, take. Yeah, I do like the look of e5. Hoping he'll be worried about defending this so he doesn't go pawn at g6, but maybe pawn at g6 is the best way into my position. Okay, now rook takes seems to make the most sense to cover up a little bit. Maybe also knight takes. Alright, take. Bishop at f7, I suppose. Maybe he wants to trade queen. No, I guess it doesn't lead to much. So one of these days I'm going to play pawn at g4. It's the main idea to attack against this very solid fianchetto setup. Alright, so finally I'm going to get in pawn at g4. Usually it makes white very worried about defending the light squares. Knight at d2 perhaps, or no, I should defend this or take here. Yeah, that's the way to go. So drop pieces with tempo is almost always a good idea. Take there. So this stops him putting a piece on. Bit of a funny move, I know, but there is some purpose to the madness. So rook takes knight at e3 is the idea. Trying to provoke king takes, and then got moves like f4 to crack him open completely. So take here, take here. Trying to find a way to open up all the files, E file, F file. Turns out this move, rook e8, may be quite useful. Alright, bishop at c5, or just pawn takes pawn. Okay, so I want this rook takes rook to come with a check. There may also be a cute move, rook f3, but then he's got knight f6 with check. So probably just rook takes rook. Coming next. Okay, gotta hurry up. He's gonna have to sack the queen at some point, I think. So probably pawn at g3 is a little bit more accurate than pawn at g2, because I would really like a knight in hand. Okay, so now pawn at g2, and this is the piece I need to get rid of. Probably just leave that because there's no direct threat, and I need a knight for f2. It's going to take me still a couple of moves to get anywhere. It's got a good defense on this square. Okay, come on, go faster. Yeah, I think I got him in the end, but it's still... It's going to take a few moves and maybe a queen sack on f3 to finish. Alright, but the main thing is I had a safe king pretty much the whole game. Yeah, the mighty Dutch strikes again. So Fumi Talks has joined. I wonder if he's thinking about catching up. Haven't had a game against him yet. Alright, we've had this a few times. And I think, was it Chess and Gambling who pulled back to d7? Or it might have been him. What did I try last time? Bishop b5? Maybe I should go knight hunting straight away with pawn at d5. Then knight e5, knight f3, exchange knights. He could try and avoid it as long as possible. So here bishop b5, I think it's a better move than knight e2. So just allowing this capture on b2, and then I get every piece into the action. Watalahu says you should try Chess Evolved Online. I'm a pawn. What does that mean? Can I go knight? I can't go knight d5 if his queen is still here. But obviously I do want to play knight d5 pretty soon if I can. Just castle next. Pawn at d4. Do I have enough defense? Take, take, take. Looks alright. So he's doing the finisher defense with pawn at d7, but it does leave a lot of pieces left at the back. Very unhappy. A3 to keep the queen. Is it really necessary to play a3 though? Maybe I can do something a bit more active to exchange. Something like knight d4 perhaps. But yeah, usually in this opening I am looking for a way to take advantage of this queen, which is not so elegantly placed on b4. Yeah, maybe knight f4. It does help to cover some squares around the king. So I'm looking to drop a point to harass the knight. This one, okay, so he's noticed c3 is undefended, which was a bit of a slip. Whoops. Alright, how do I punish this? Don't exactly know. Queen d2. Queen d2, rook d1. We should take here first. Knight a4 is an option. Just got to work out where the queen is going back to. I guess he could take here. Really need to gain some time harassing the queen some more, but yeah, I don't quite see it. I really don't see the best way to take advantage of the queen. It's really not looking too good. Alright, let's try this. And pawn at g5. So sacking how many pieces? I've only sacked one piece, but I'm down a pawn as well. Have to harass the queen with tempo, that's the key. If I don't do that, I think I'm just too much material down. Yeah, good move. Would like to play pawn f3, but that's not really possible. Would like to play pawn at d5 also. I'm going to allow sack on g2. Maybe it's just too much to allow. He doesn't want to take. So now I should block off the bishop because he's giving me a chance. And I have to hit this queen. How do I do it? Seriously considering queen takes d5. Alright, let's go for the queen. Let's not worry about the pawn on d5. Just got to keep hitting the queen. Yep. Didn't see that at all. It's a good move. Yeah, and I have no threats. I think he's going to get me. There's pawn takes d1. Yeah, I've got no threats. No heavy. All these sacks are no heavy. Yeah. Yeah, it's resignable. Sacked too many pieces that game. Way too many pieces. Probably was a mistake to undefend c3. Maybe I should have played a3 and well, the queen then would swing over to the king side. Okay, Luna Dax, only one game against him. e4, e5. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that even, but we'll try this again. We'll try and make it work better this time. Knight g5. So last time, I think it was Blunderman that played c6. But I don't think this move helps defend because it's giving me more access to the square g6. And maybe it's okay if you had a bishop to cover, but that is a very tasty rook on f7. So I would also like a knight, so I'm just going to sack another piece to put a pawn on f5. Aha! Rejected. Sacrifice rejected. But still get to block out the bishop. Maybe bishop at g4. I'll seriously consider sacking a queen with queen takes. Bishop at h5. No, he doesn't let me. Right. And I feel like there should be a finish already, but maybe not quite just yet. Something like rook takes knight and queen h5 I'm looking at. Pawn h7, queen h5 may also work. How does he defend h7 in that case? I have no idea. Ah, okay, but now I have rook takes knight at f7. Anything better? Anything better? Knight e6 is an option. Probably just rook takes and knight. Either knight to f7 or knight at f7. Not quite sure which works better. Knight at f7 is the first move I'll look at. Take there, knight takes queen, bishop takes. But I got two knights on f7, so maybe it's better to keep this one on the board. He's going to have a lot to worry about with the other queen coming in as well. So 24 minutes to go. Who's Fumi playing? Okay, queen f7 is the obvious move. So what happens? He's looking to block, but then I can take this one with check. So, oh, hang on, is that just made in two? No, it is made in two. Yeah. All right. Blunderman 1. We're gonna try it again. Okay, can't remember how the last game went. Did he play d4? I think he played d4 at some point. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, it was pawn takes. Okay, we'll try a different move this time. Knight at f5. So not sure quite where I want to drop a pawn this time. Probably one of these squares. Knight h4, rook g1. Pawn at d4. Pawn at b4. Ah, right. So he's just abandoning the knight. Okay, so take. I don't think that's what I want. I should be castling instead. Yeah, I mean the knight does help to cover h6. I'm even thinking about playing king h8 and allowing other pawns, but I guess if he starves himself of pawns, I mean the pawn chain is going to be there a long time. I can hope to chip away at it. It's going to take a bit of work. It's going to be like slaving in the sun with a pickaxe, chipping away at this pawn chain. No, he doesn't want to build it. Not sure what the knight is doing. Maybe he wants pawn at h6 next. So take. Pawn at e6, king goes back. Or do I just go queen e8? No, I'm gonna... Oh, I noticed he's got d6 check. Oops. Yeah, probably wasn't so accurate to allow d6 check. No, he doesn't want it. Maybe he wants to sack the queen on d4. Go for pawn at f7. I don't think that goes anywhere. Alright, I think I should be able to defend this and maybe push away the bishop with knight at e5, cover some squares around the king at the same time. Okay. So I really should be defending because there is some threat to play pawn at f7 at some point. So I'm not sure whether I can get away with take knight at f3, take there. Grab the queen. He's going to have lots of knights and pawns and rooks for f7, g8, e8, so on. I do still have a knight covering some key squares here. So yeah, let's go with this. There's also knight at f7, which is a bit of a worry too. Simultaneously hitting the queen, threatening rook at h8, checkmate. Alright, he's inviting me to sec here, but I think I'm just going to keep the defense up on these squares. So I think he should have gone queen takes d4 and then knight at f7 later. Because now rook at e8. Oh no, he's still got rook at e8 check. Ah, what? What's he doing? I don't quite understand what's going on here. Can I can't count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Take there, rook takes. No, he's holding that square. Maybe I should play a move like pawn at f3. Maybe I should just move. Pawn at f3 followed by takes g2. Could have grabbed the bishop too. There's so many moves possible. Alright, so he's got no immediate threats. Rook at e8 was quite interesting before. Maybe I could have taken with the knight and gone queen takes and allowed this. What? Now I'm very confused. Should I be doing this, or should I be finding a way to win the queen? Wins a rook, cuts the king off from the third rank, threatens rook at d1. That's what I'm going for. Yeah, he's missed this one. I'm sure there were some other threats as well. Just keep dropping pieces on to attack. Yeah, okay. So Fumi took still a 5-point buffer. He's berserking all the games. He's more of a speed player than I am. Shall we watch one of his games? What's happening here? Yeah, I wasn't quite sure whether he's going to sack on f7 or go for the dark squares. A knight at c5 might have been a good idea too. Yeah, pretty exciting king. Seems like the black exciting game. It seems like the black king is quite safe on f7 at the moment. Oh, here we go, queen d1, great counter attack. Yeah, safe king on f7. Nice game. No, not a berserker, sorry. Yeah, alright. Queen e7 or this one? Do I go d5? When do I play d5? Or do I go knight d4 now? I don't know, I think there's several different ways to play. Can I grab this? King d8. Oh, what's happening? Don't know what to do here. He's threatening knight at f7 at some point. Knight c5, knight d6. Knight c5. Hum. I'll go knight c5. So take there, probably grab the queen first. Maybe e4. I'm not quite sure what he wants. He wants to sack the queen, I guess, at some point. Knight Knight b4, maybe a move. I really don't know what's going on. I suppose he'll sack the queen. Play knight at f7 check. No. Alright, take there. Oh yeah. Nearly forgot about that. Suppose I should be playing something like d5. Oh, he's got knight take. Oh no, that's check. Doesn't quite work. Bishop at c4 coming. Yeah, it had to come at some point. The old queen sack. Just got to make sure there's no mates after pawn at f7. I'm now looking. Oh no, knight at f6 is check. Okay, I missed that one. Maybe queen at c2. Yeah, it's getting a bit risky now. Knight at f6, king d8, knight f7. No, he's defending. I just got to go all in, I think. All in for the attack. Alright, now's the time for a clever deflection that I don't quite see. Bishop e7, bishop d6. Maybe king d8. No, don't see it. Bishop e7. Knight at g7, I guess. Aha. Alright. It's knight at f6 check. Can't play this way. Too tricky, too tricky. I'm not sure whether I can take this. Yeah, it's too complicated for me. Bishop g4, I suppose, coming next. If he allows it. Ah! Ah, bishop at g5, yeah. It's probably made it in any case. King g8, yeah, I think I was made it in any case. Yeah. The old queen sack. I think there you got to find the best way to cover the square f7 while retaining threats on the white queen at the same time. Not so easy to do. Minutes left, probably time for about 2 or 3 more games. Has everyone given up? I really need to go out and buy a new pillow today. I'm waking up every morning with a stiff neck. Shooting pains. So if you can recommend a good pillow, let me know. $39 players, not bad for over 2100. Because if you check out the list, when the elite was lowered from 22 to 2100 minimum rating, you can see it actually allows about 70 or 80 more players all the way down to about number 205 or so. Alright, not getting a new game. Maybe I should watch Fimi again. So white to play. What do you do? What do you do? Main threat queen takes and knight at h3. Should he just defend with something like... No? Bishop at g3? And then that's still going to allow an attack on the light squares in the end. What is the move for white? Exchanging queens. Yeah, I don't know. Seems to help black, but I didn't recommend a better move. Yeah, this bishop is very strong on e4. So now what to do against g takes f4? No, you can't do that. Okay, Saturas again. What did we do last time? Was it... Oh yeah, something like this. Yeah, I'm going to allow this again. Did he play d4 or pawn at d4 or something? Oh. Ah, okay, he's gone back. Bishop f5. Right, throw in a check, pawn at g5. Maybe bishop g5. Try and make him go back if I can. h6? No. That's a bit unexpected. Probably should take it twice. Queen g5. Just knight at f3. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of pieces in hand, so I should be able to survive this. Pawn at e3, I suppose. Looks okay. Trading is not what I want at the moment, because then the knight on d5 is hanging. Yeah, I don't mind losing that one because I've got pawn at g5 to follow. I don't think he's close to an attack at this stage. Okay, so queen at h5 is possible. What else is happening? I wonder if I can play something like bishop at f6. Bishop at f6, pawn takes, pawn at somewhere. Try and find something really sneaky. Not seeing it. Queen at h4 is possible. Yeah, okay. Oh no, queen takes knight. Oh, I do have bishop at d3. Maybe he's missed that one. I'm not sure. Yeah, wasn't really what I hoped for. Maybe now pawn at f6. Bishop at d3 is also an idea. Just saving the knight. Alright, time. Yep. Yeah, still not quite seeing any fantastic ideas. Cut off queen g2. Maybe had that last turn, I'm not sure. I feel like I'm missing a lot at the moment. Which one do I take? Did I have to allow? Oh man, did I have to allow this? Knight at d3 is not so worrying. So I'm hoping to get a chance to play this. King F1. D3. Yeah. Don't think it's quite mate. It's close. Ah. Lucky. Lucky mate. Just had enough knights to blunder one. Whew. Yeah, really not sure whether h4 worked. But I didn't see a counterattack. I really wanted to divert the bishop on c2 to avoid knight at c2, because that looked a lot more dangerous. So this one, probably queen h6, just tucks the queen out of the way a little bit more than on g6. Queen e7 I think was okay too. Wow, he's really going for it. Here I think, well, I could play aggressively with knight at e4, and that helps to cover f6 just in case I need to later. Trying to get bishop at e3 to work, but I need a pawn. And I can't quite take a pawn by force. Yeah, it really feels like there's a force win here somewhere, but yeah, bishop at g3, take there, queen takes. Bishop at e3. Maybe I should just move, eh? Bishop at b2. Yeah, knight takes c3 is possible, but then a bit worried about f6 hanging. Bishop at f6 always in the air. Maybe knight c6, just trade the bishop off. Okay, now take knight c3 is the idea. Still he can play bishop at f6 if he wants. It's going to take a couple of tempi to do anything though. Knight at somewhere, e4 I guess. So knight d2 comes with a threat. So it's still going to take a lot of moves for him to get anywhere on this side of the board. So is this the last game? Yeah, G-spot, that's exactly the line that I saw with bishop e3. Now again, there's something really cute here with bishop at a1, but I'm not quite seeing it yet. Pawn e3, queen takes. Yeah, there's something really cute here that I'm just missing the main idea. Maybe just get the knight out of the way so I can clear the square c3 for a diagonal piece. Knight takes c1 doesn't exactly come with a mate in one threat. Yeah, but again, it's going to take him a couple of tempi, so I probably should drop this bishop first, because then he has to make a weakening move like knight d2. Now can I do something? Or like pawn at e3, or pawn at g3. Pawn at g3, take. Yeah, I mean, of course there's nothing wrong with knight takes queen now, because I have a huge threat. Yeah. Oh no, I don't get another game. I should have played faster. Alright, well done Fumi, and the finisher just overtook me, so living up to his name. Good finish. 52, 50, 48. Maybe the finisher will win another game. Is Fumi playing? I can't quite see Or has he retired? So the finisher, I'm not sure if he's watching, but he's got 25 seconds to win. Third place. Only third place. Yeah. Well, I actually played the same number of games as Fumi, so I can't really complain about playing too slow. I just lost too many. Yeah, I mean, he's quite a good berserker, so I spend all my time trying to find cute moves like putting a bishop in the corner and getting it to work. But well done, Fumi, and finisher. Still playing, so we'll watch the last game going. I think JK's also playing. Yeah, not sure what he's thinking about here. Why isn't he going knight takes g7 in a flash? There doesn't seem to be anything to worry about too much here. So that's the end of another arena, number 31. How many's Fumi won? I think finisher first posted the history of all the Crazyhouse events at some point in the forums. Yeah, number 33. Oh, post number 33. So Fumi's now up to 5, just behind 7. I'm not sure whether the windows show that. Yeah, there we go. So Fumi talks up to 5 elite Crazyhouse arena wins. John Leon 4, myself only 1, but I've only played in a couple of them. Right, looks like it's going to be a win for chess gambling. Bishop. Oh, pawn e2, yeah. And bishop at h3 to finish. Okay. So that wraps up another event. I'll leave it on the standings. Didn't get to play Bughouse yesterday. I actually woke up at a good time, but then was so tired. I was just not in the state to focus on anything except sleep. But now it would be a great time to play Bughouse if anyone's keen. But I might leave it on the stream on Lead Chess here. So I think I'm also doing the next event. I'm not sure whether the next week is 3+0 or 3+2. It might start a bit earlier. I'm sure Michael told me in one of the messages. But probably see you next Sunday at around the same time. It might be an hour earlier at 8 PM GMT on Saturday night. So yeah, thanks for the games, everybody. Bad luck, Juice Bold. You almost got me a couple of times. Yeah, well played, Fumi Tox, who was my main opponent. Shame I only got to play him once, but never mind. Thanks for the games, everyone. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next week. I'm going to post this on YouTube as well. So, and I do have some other old videos which are about 6 months ago. I took a few months off, so just getting back into it slowly. Okay, take care. Hope you have a great weekend. See you next week.